Warning. The following content is intended for immature audiences only. The opinions of these two fine gentlemen should not be taken seriously at all.
The JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing your hosts, JT and Sai.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the best podcast you've never even heard of, the JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing myself, my name is JT, and as always, I've got my co-host Sai. Sai, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, not so bad. Actually, I am suffering a little bit from the dough sweats.
Oh,
Have
my
you had
word.
that before? Right, do you know what I'm talking about?
Too much pizza, I'm guessing.
What is we were speaking about this earlier? So effectively, let me tell the story. We got back a little bit late from work and stuff, and sometimes you're just feeling a bit lazy.
Happens.
So I thought, do you know what? We'll save a little bit of time. We're ordering some pizzas. Now, my missus doesn't really eat pizza, so it's usually just 3 mediums. Me, kids, missus, done. Yeah. Somehow, no. Just before I say that, fast forward a few minutes, a little bit of time, and my daughter goes, so when are these pizzas arriving? I'm getting a little bit hungry. So my missus checked it on her phone. She goes, oh, it's good. They're just sort of about to be delivered and stuff. Yeah. But then she noticed the price. And she's like, I think I've done something wrong here. Well, like, what do you mean you've done something wrong here? Yeah. And she's looking at the price. And she goes, this can't be right. This just can't be right. And I'm like, what? What have you done? And she goes,
exactly.
I think I've ordered 9 pizzas.
Oh, no.
So she phones up the guy. So she checks, and then she phones up the delivery place and just goes, look, I think I made a mistake here. I've got 9 pizzas. I only needed 3. It's like, well, we can't do anything about it because the guy's like a minute away from your house.
It's too late. It's too late. No, can't do it. You ordered it. You paid for it. That's what you're going to get now.
That's it. So the guy rocks up and he had like a stack of pizzas, like as long as my arm, and I'm just like trying to take them off of him and just not cracking up at the same time. And so of course now we've got 3 medium pizzas each.
Yeah, exactly. You can't waste them. They can't go in the bin. They have to be eaten, right?
You can't waste them. So I ate mine, and then I obviously started into the second one. But this is not beard meats food. I can eat a good chunk, but there's no way I'm doing 3 pieces. It just ain't happening. Yeah. So we've now got pizzas probably for the next 2 weeks. Just to keep us going.
It could be worse. Do you know what I mean?
It could be worse, but it's money I didn't need to spend. But never mind.
Is 9 pizzas too much pizza? I don't know. Some people would say it's not enough.
Depends how many of you kind of speak. Depends on how many of you there are.
True.
And how much you can eat. But 9 pizzas, mate. We all we could do is laugh about it. But even my son was like, Mum, that's too much pizza.
Do you know what's really funny? It's really funny. You said your wife doesn't really do the ordering, so I'm just guessing like she just pressed the plus quantity button plus too many times. You know what I mean?
Well, I think what happened was because they do the deal.
Yeah.
Usually do a deal like buy one
get one free,
or buy 3 get whatever it is, whatever. I think what she'd done is maybe she had the order pre-saved in her basket. She then put it back through. Yeah. Added the deal and then pressed it twice. Didn't pay attention to the end because it's all on your phone and you're just like, we all not quite like that, but we all do things very quickly on our phone. You're half paying attention to it because it's all so quick. And then there you are. You have 3 times as many pizzas as you.
Do you know what? Sorry, that's a good point. Actually, that reminds me. Actually, that has happened to me. It's crazy. So these apps and websites, right? They will save your previous order. So there was one time when I think I was telling my missus, I said, oh, are you hungry? She goes, yeah. I'm like, I can't be asked to cook. She was like, me neither. So she said, should we order something? I said, sure, let's do it. So I opened up Uber Eats, found a restaurant, put my order in, gave it to her. And she goes, you know what? I really don't fancy this today. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's get something else. So I pressed back. And then, we ended up ordering something else. Anywho, a few weeks later, again, we're in the same boat. Both of us are a bit tired, back from work, tired, can't be bothered to cook. So I said, okay, it's so easy right now, right? You could just order anything online. It's crazy. So open up Uber Eats, and this time I actually went back to the first kind of choice I had the few weeks prior, and we put our order in, and then just paid it, because even when you're at the payment date, the payment stage, you kind of sometimes think, you have a quick look. Yes, that looks about right. That's how much it would normally cost us. Blah blah blah. Put it through. Bang, done. Anyway, our food came, we had way too much food, and I was like, "Oh, this is brilliant! They messed up our order. This is fantastic. You know what I mean? We got free food for nothing."
Yeah, yeah.
And then I checked my receipt, and I paid for everything that they delivered. So basically, everything that we ordered beforehand, same thing as your missus, saved in the checkout basket of Uber Eats or whatever app delivery Uber Eats, and we ended up bloody having way too much food than we needed. And we had to pay for it. And then at that point, you can't even return it. You can't cancel it. There's nothing. You can't do anything. The food's there. It's been in your house. They're not gonna give you a refund. What are you gonna say? Oh, excuse me, can I have a refund, please? Because I've ordered too much. They'll be like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? You can't try that.
Now, what I could do is leave it outside, and you're still paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you know what the funny thing is as well, right? I don't know if you experienced this side, but it's weird. So when I'm with my missus or my family, we order takeout, right? I kind of know how much everyone's going to eat, so it's all fine. You can cater for it. But I've been in groups of friends, right? Like, let's say 3 or 4 lads. It's almost impossible to buy food for like just 3 or 4 like people of the same age. Like, it's crazy. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly. So there's been times when I've been to my mates' house. We've had we're having a nice evening, we're having a few drinks, watching the football or whatever. Someone says food, and we're like, yeah. So then there's 2 things you can either grab. Like I said, you can get a pizza, get a couple of pizzas. You're not even sure how many pizzas will feed this many people because we just get super hungry when you're in a group of lads. It's crazy, right? So we normally get a few pizzas, and that's kind of okay. Or if everyone can order their individual food, and then you're not sure if that's going to fill everyone up, then you end up like buying extras. It's crazy the amount, because if I was having the same food I was having with my family, I know I wouldn't eat that much, but put me in a different environment with my mates, and I'm flipping having everything that's on offer. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what happens. Something happens when you're with your mates, and you just keep eating. I don't know. It's a weird one. Such a weird one.
It's the variety as well, isn't it? So if we'll go back to the pizza thing. So if you just order a pizza for yourself, you'll eat that pizza. The problem is, as soon as you order multiple versions of different
you
flavors,
want to try each one, right?
Oh,
yeah,
one of each. One of each. Yeah, definitely.
Did you get variety then, or was it like it wasn't 9 of the same wine? It can't be.
No, that would be 9
would be bad. Margaritas.
No. Then you would just be like, you'll be so bored of cheese, wouldn't you? No, luckily we had 3 different types. We had a margarita in there, which is fine, but standard pepperoni, standard veggie one, and then all good.
That's all right.
So at least there's a bit of variety in there. As you say, 9 margaritas. I think that would have finished us off. But
do you know what? It's so easy to get things wrong online. Trust me, very, very, very much.
Well, my missus has got form, and I meant to speak to you about it. She has got form. Okay. And it's all because she doesn't pay attention to the things on the screen. All right. And I'll give you some examples. So she ordered us some net curtains, the little sort of see-through things that you put in the window to keep the bugs and stuff out. And she mistook millimeters for centimeters. So she ordered the size, but she'd done it the wrong way. So actually she got 10 times as much as she actually needed.
Do you know what? That is crazy. I think curtains is the hardest thing to buy, because this happened to us, right? It's so easily done. So me and my dad got the tape measure out. We need new curtains. We're like, fine, let's do this. So we've been burned before, mate. So my dad realised after I had picked up the curtains that when you're buying curtains, I didn't know this, right? Until I had to do it myself. Is that when you're buying curtains, you need to buy double the size of your window frames, because if you got pleated curtains at the top, they pleat in. So then, right? So you can imagine, we just measured the curtain rail, and we said, okay, this is the amount we need. We went to this bloody store, we picked them up, came home, pleated them, mate. They didn't cover 1/4 of the window frame. It was like that bad. I was like, oh no. And the thing is, once you pleat them, I don't know if you know this, but once you've actually pleated them, you can't return them. You can't give them back. So you pull the little string at the top, right, and then that's it. You can't return them back. It's one of the many stores' policy. So the last time that we did it, we learnt a very, very valuable lesson, is that you need to buy double of what your frame of your windows are. So we did that. This the last time that we did it, right? So went to the shop. Now we're confident. We're like, supreme curtain buyers now. So we're going in the store. We know exactly what we want. We've looked at the width. We're like, yep, we need to double that. That's perfect. It's in stock. Brilliant, Dad. Well done. High five. Job done. Come home. We immediately start putting it up. we put it up, and then we forgot one thing: the fucking length. So we got curtains that were perfect in width, but they were rubbish in height, and it was crazy. So they were like sitting like, I don't know, about 15 centimeters off the where they should be. So now now in my bedroom upstairs we've got curtains that just finished just above the bloody the shelving part of the bloody of the curtain. So yeah, it's so easily done. If you don't know what you're doing, mate, trust me.
Well, both of those stories we got covered. So the pleating part, we were fine because we had 10 times more than we needed. So we could have origami
100%.
these bad boys, and we would have still had enough, right? But this was the nets. You were talking about curtains, so we had the same thing with that. So my missus measured the curtains, but what she'd done is this, probably similar to what you did. So she measured the window size,
Right.
But she didn't account for the bar
At the
that
top.
holds the curtain
Absolutely.
up, and a little bit extra at the bottom.
That's right.
So the same as us, we had curtains in my daughter's room that were like 3 inches shorter.
Oh man, it's
Underneath.
so easily done. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's happened to us. Lessons learned, mate. Lessons learned.
But then I wanted to tell you this other one, where obviously people listening can't see behind me, but a little bookshelf behind me. And I like buying little ornaments to sort of switch it up now and again, to swap things in and out. I've got a little globe and some little horror head thing up there at the minute, and I'm sure I'll get bored of that and swap them out. And anyway, my missus saw this little, it looked like one of the Nazgul riders from Lord of the Rings to buy, right? She said, well, that might look quite cool on your shelf and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And it come in multiple sizes. So she bought the one and it arrived the other day. And, the height of a bookshelf type thing, right? So this thing turned up and it's like the size of my little finger.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, bloody hell. It's so easily done. It's so easily done. Is there a space for it on your shelf now? Or can you just,
Well,
it's so
just
small
about,
you can't see it?
Luckily, I just have to move the speck of dust over and then I got room for it.
Exactly. Oh no, it's easily done. Measuring size online for things is crazy. It is absolutely crazy, mate. Oh,
But the thing is, so I do the DIY. So I've learned the hard way as well. Luckily, I learned all these lessons when I was much younger.
yeah,
Measure twice, cut once.
once.
Da, da,
That's
da,
the
triple
golden
check
rule.
everything.
That is the golden
yeah,
rule.
make sure you got your conversions right. If you buy it in centimeters, make sure you got the conversions to inches or blah blah blah. Whichever way around you're doing it, make sure it all stacks up. Buy it, job done.
Yeah.
With that method, we've been able to do like the decking and fences and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, but I leave the interior to my missus.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, we've had,
it makes for a fun story.
absolutely. Yeah, we've had some DIY kind of fails. And if you're new listeners to the pod, you can go back and listen to them. We've got some hilarious DIY fails. But yeah, it's so easily done, mate. Honestly, it's so easily done. But like you said, the golden rule: measure twice, cut once. There you go. I've learned that lesson before. Bloody hell. And just don't fuck about with conversions. That's the main thing. Do you know what I mean? It's so easily done. Millimeters to centimeters to meters. Oh my god, to inches. My word. It's it's a minefield out there getting stuff right, mate.
Yeah, just triple check everything.
That's right.
Or don't if you want a fun story.
Absolutely. Oh, mate.
I just wonder how many extra sales have been made because people haven't measured right.
Yeah.
So you just think, right, you buy materials for your house, or like you were talking about curtains. How many curtains do you think have been sold 3 or 4 times because the person's just ordered them wrong in the first place and then put them up and got cut them, but whatever you said, pleated them, and then and then got
must
I've got
be
to buy some more now.
a very valuable business, to be honest. I think that's where companies make their money. They're like curtain sales are up, and this will never change. Do you know what I mean? Bloody hell.
Exactly.
Oh, I remember once, right? I remember I was creating a bedroom cinema in my bedroom, right? And I decided to, after looking at the price of screens to buy for a projector, I thought, fuck that, I am not going to spend that much on a screen. I'd rather make it myself. So I looked at DIY, how to make your own screen. So it was a big old thing. I think it was about 2.5 meters long and probably about 1.5 meters in height. So, and it was made of I think it's like some sort of very thin MDF kind of material. All I had to do was pick it up from, I think it's Wix or somewhere like that, bring it home and paint it twice and then just hang it up. Not a problem. Very easy. I can probably spend about 20-30 quid, which is absolutely fine, including the paint. Only thing I forgot to bloody account for was how the hell was I going to bring this thing home? So I measured it, I worked it out, and I said, Dad, he had a saloon at the time, so he had he had more than enough room in the car. I said, Dad, it's fine. We'll go to Wickes. We'll pick it up. We'll drop it home. He goes, yeah, no problem. So I went there, and then it only like dawned on me as we're wheeling this thing out to the car, and I'm thinking, Dad, I don't think this is going to fit in the car. He goes, what, didn't you check it? I was like, yeah, I did, but this looks way too big. So that was my first mistake. My second mistake was thinking like, how the hell are we gonna get this home? It's Sunday. We're the last customers in the store. There's no one around really in the car park. And then we spotted one guy in a bloody DPD van. I think he was off duty. We just said to him, excuse me, mate, this might sound really stupid, but do you mind helping us deliver this home? And he goes, what is it? I said, it's just a big sheet of MDF. I was even thinking to the point where I was so embarrassed, thinking of breaking the MDF in half, going home and trying to repair it somehow and then stick it on the wall. It was that bad, right? But then the guy said, yeah, okay, no problem. Where'd you live? We said, we live over here. He goes, okay, that's about a 10-minute drive. He goes, £10? I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I'll charge you about £10. I was like, hold on. You say you live there. You're going in that direction. Can you not do us a favour? And he goes, no, £10 will be all right. I'm like, all right, fine. And I managed to haggle him down to a £5. I said, you're taking the piss. It's literally a 5-minute drive. But yeah, it can go wrong, Si. It can go wrong. Just do your bloody due diligence, right? Just make sure everything's good. It's like that story we had when remember you saying you were doing shopping and there was a couple there. Bought a lot of furniture and then they were struggling to put it into their car. It can happen. It can happen. It happens to everyone.
And that's where you know what they've done is they've measured the furniture, they've measured the space it's gone into, and this is going to be perfect. Rocked up in their car and gone, yeah, but this ain't now fitting in the car.
No. Even sometimes the packaging is huge compared to the product as well. So
yes,
that's where people lose out. That's where people kind of get confused. But yeah, it's a mad story. Oh man.
Speaking of furniture, apparently wearing house on your head.
It's a new trend.
It's the latest trend.
Mate. Fashion is crazy. Fashion is absolutely crazy. So if anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, the Grammys was on last week, and one of the most, craziest costumes we saw was actor Will Smith's son wearing a house on his head.
He looks so happy, doesn't he?
It's a model house. Oh my god! So everyone's, it's the Grammys. Everyone's walking around. You got people that are dressed up like really, really smart, outlandish stuff. We talk about Lady Gaga in a meat suit a few years back and all that kind of stuff. But no, Jaden Smith just walks in with a model townhouse on his head. It's just like, what the hell is that? What is going on? You gotta think to yourself, like, what are these designers on? It's crazy. It's like every designer goes a bit mental during this time, right? They have to design, right? Oh, this is my client. I've got to design something crazy. You could just think around the table, right? Steve, what's an idea, mate? Oh, why don't we just go with the classic, classic suit? It'll be very smart. It's not edgy enough. Susan, what are you thinking? Oh yeah. Why don't we put a house on his head? Like, just got a random thing.
That's what you do when you're drunk, isn't it? And you're just like, what do I do? Just say something. Anything.
It's like literally two things you see. You see a house in the window, and you see a picture of the celebrity. We can put a house on his head. And there we go, sorted. Right. And then, it's just like, that's crazy. So he walks in and he's got a house on his head. And I saw one clip and really made me laugh. Someone goes to Jaden Smith, hey, Jaden. And he's like, hey. He turns around. The guy goes, you look like a retard. Oh god, I know, it's so bad. And he just goes, I felt sorry for him. He just goes, thanks, and he just walked off. And I was like, oh my word, that is so bad.
Do you know what would have been better? I was just literally thinking of this, right? So he should have walked on with it all blacked out like he did, in complete straight face like he had. And then the second anybody said anything about it, he needed a little switch at the side. The lights just started coming in the windows, and then you just heard it. Just like it's in the house, and he could just shut his eyes and just like bopped away to it. He just put no thought into it. I tell you what, though, I did see people that actually like taking a mick out of it. So there are loads of memes on the internet now where people have just like photoshopped that off and put like Castle Grayskull on his head and like the Simpsons house. Just stuff like that.
That would have been better. That would have been absolutely better. So, you know what I mean? Having the Simpsons house on there is crazy.
A ham sandwich. I don't know.
Oh my god! Speaking of crazy outfits, we had Kanye West with his wife. I think her name is Bianca. Is it? Oh my god!
I don't know. Bianca. I don't know. Something like that, isn't it?
Totally.
Do you know what was
totally crazy thing? Walks there. He's all blacked out, right? Black t-shirt, black trousers, black shoes. She's wearing this big, nice black coat. And next thing you know is that she just disrobes the coat, and she's wearing a nude dress, like literally a nude dress. Oh my word! I was like, what are people thinking? This is crazy. And he went viral for it, to be fair. So he knows how to go viral. He knows how to go viral.
Do you know what was funny about that, though? Is she was facing away from the cameras, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And as she took the coat off, she then pulled down the bottom bit of her skirt, like people could see up it or something.
It's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
You know it's see-through.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just too much. So I better pull that down a little bit. You know what I mean? Completely. It's like 99% see-through. That's ridiculous. Do you know what the funniest thing was from your side? There is a picture of a kid. He's obviously grown up. He's looking forward to the women a little bit more. You could just see a picture of him just peeking around the billboard where she was standing. I was like, oh my word, what kind of world are we living in now? This is mental. Oh my god.
But you never see it the other way, do you? I mean, I know people always bang on about, the women, they're overly sexualised and blah, blah, blah. You've got like, well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit of perspective here. Brad Pitt ain't turning up in a mankini, is he now?
Yeah, no, exactly. The only man kind of brave enough to do that is Borat. Do you know what I mean? So, he will walk in with a mankini, not a problem. But you just said, imagine like it was the other way around. So Bianca's coming in all blacked out, black t-shirt, black trousers, black shoes, and Kanye's got a big, black duffel coat on. And the next thing you know is Kanye disrobes and he's got a new dress on. Do you know what I mean? That would be
see-through thong.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, can you imagine? That'd be a sight for sore eyes. Bloody hell, that's disgusting.
I want to know how that went down in the conversations at home.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you said to your missus, all right, love, I got an idea. Rather than me buying you a really nice skirt, dress, whatever you want, for this wedding we're going to, how's about you just rock up pretty much naked?
Yeah.
Would you get a punch in the face?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Or you'd be facing divorce, right?
Yeah, that's the two outcomes. Whereas on the other side, she said, "Do you know what, Kanye? That's genius. I think that sounds great."
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I see the dress? What are you looking at it? Oh my god, is that see-through?
Yeah, so you see this? Yeah, this.
It's just a hanger. You just handed her a hanger. Yeah. She's like, "This is amazing.
I bought you 3. I got shoes to match."
Oh, that's brilliant. My god, Kanye, you bloody crazy bastard. He went on a bit of a tirade, didn't he? I don't know if you saw his tweets. He was just going absolutely mental, saying the most weirdest stuff. Talking about like Hitler was so fresh. Like he was saying stuff like that. Oh my god. He goes, I'm a fan of Hitler and all that kind of stuff. He just went on one. He was absolutely off his meds. And then then he started selling t-shirts on his website with the swastika. Like he's gone fully loco, that guy. He's gone absolutely crazy. Oh, Kanye, my god, you can't tame him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, now let's say to be fair, he does this stuff, right? He does this fashion stuff for attention. But the thing is, if he rocked up with a Hitler moustache, everyone would be talking about him.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Yeah, get the little haircut, the moustache. Yeah, absolutely.
Or if Bianca did it.
Oh my god, new dress, fake moustache. Swastika.
The little Hitler moustache, it can't be any moustache.
It has to be that moustache, yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
And the comb over thing.
Yeah, the comb over, yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's it, mate. Honestly, it would have been absolutely hilarious. I'll tell you, you know what the funniest thing is, I've never really been a fan of kind of award shows in general, unless it's something like, when I was younger, maybe the Brits or something like that, or sometimes you'd watch like the television awards and all that kind of stuff. It's not really a thing now, to be fair. I don't really know anyone that watches it. Grammys was on. I had no desire to watch it. I just caught up with all the craziest shit I could see that went viral online. But something really piqued my interest. Best country album. Would you reckon won that? Sorry.
I know it's madness.
None other than Beyonce. Like Beyonce wins the best country album. That's ridiculous, mate. Oh my god.
What I think is funny about that is she's had one song that sounds a tiny bit country on it, right? That's done all right. The second song was off that album, I think was a Dolly Parton cover. Like 95 or something like that. It's just a mockery. Well, we all know. We don't know. The rumours go around that Jay-Z basically bought it for her. He paid like 100 million for downloads and radio plays and stuff like that. And you're just like, it's just. But there was a guy, I can't remember his name. I saw something pop up on I don't know if it's true, so I'll have to check. Some guys trying to defend music and saying she shouldn't have it. You know, like country music has got its heritage. You can't make a mockery of it like this. And I sort of agree. But then again, the whole ceremony is a mockery, isn't it? You know, it's moved away from the talent, and now it's just
outrageousness,
like, it's turned into that glitz and glamour and just I want attention. You know,
who can gather the most attention nowadays? That's ridiculous. The funniest thing is, if you watch the video, right, Beyonce is literally as soon as they announce the winner, she's shocked. She's like, "What?" And then she's looking around like, "I think they've made a mistake here," but everyone's clapping her.
Yeah, I didn't even write a country album.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I think Kendrick Lamar won. Like, he just, like Drake said it best. He opened his mouth, just give him a Grammy. He won like, what was it, like 12 awards or something like that at the Grammys. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, I don't know, mate. It's one of those ones where I just don't take an interest in it anymore because it's just ridiculous. There's no like merit left anymore, if you know what I mean. It's more of it's always been a popularity contest, don't get me wrong, but this is more like, that was back in the day. It was like actually awarding people for being the best of their craft, right, in their genre. So you've got, you know, rock, you've got rap, you've got, you know, like the country music, like, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, Beyonce winning country album of the year, like I wouldn't have thought that would be a thing. Oh my word, brilliant.
It just goes to show how far like music has fallen. I mean, I did see this meme the other day that made me laugh. It was like, on the one side, I'm not a country guy. I literally know nothing about country. In fact, I think most people in Britain, and that's no offence to country
absolutely
music fans,
nothing.
like it's just not a big thing in Britain. Okay, even the people that I know that are into country, or sort of say they're into country, really only listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly. That's their kind of, that's the maximum they'll get into. Yeah,
that's country.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like I was talking to my boss about it. I mean, because she goes, "Oh, I'm a big country person," and I was like, "I don't really listen to anything. I know a couple of people like Sturgill Simpson and maybe one or two others." She's like, "Who's that?" I listen to Taylor Swift, and I'm like, "We're not talking country."
We're not. We're not. She's from a country, but yeah. Oh my god! I just imagine like some country fans thinking, who won the award? Beyonce. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be absolutely shocked. Oh my god! Yeah, it is a mockery nowadays, mate. Honestly, it's just a big popularity contest, which is a shame. But that's how things are now. It's not really rewarding the people that really deserve it anymore. So
I think it needs to move back to either voted by the fans, and which is a difficult one because when you look at the fan base of people like Beyonce, she's going to get a lot of votes, but there must be something to categorize it as a specific type of album, or, you know, if you're making a country or blues or whatever it is, rock, it has to fit into that genre like properly. And I think they need to redefine the rules and say, right, to qualify you have to have written 80 or 90% of the album. So if you're a songwriter, you have to have written the lyrics and come up with the melodies. If you're a band, you have to have written, you know, there's usually 12 tracks on an album, so maybe 9 of those, and you can have a couple of covers and that's fine, the type of thing. But it has to be substantially your work, not just you buy a bunch of tracks and then claim it's a thing. I think they need to move away from radio plays completely, you know, because just so you pay a radio station to just play your tracks on repeat, and they count that as it's in the top 10 radio plays. Well, no, somebody's paid for that. That's not requests.
That's gone now. I think that aspect is gone because obviously everyone's got music on demand now, right? Back in the day, it used to be like radio stations. You call in, like people that had they had radios like everywhere, car, home, wherever, and people would listen to radio stations, and you call in and be like, can I request this song? Okay, and then that was genuine. Now it's just like bloody hell, like everything is on demand, so you don't have to. I don't think you should gauge it. That shouldn't be a metric, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's crazy. No. Don't get me wrong. I've seen artists move on to other genres and actually smash it, which is great. I've seen that. Absolutely, we've seen that throughout history. But to release one song that kind of sounds a bit country and win album of the year for the best country album, that's a spit in the face of genuine country artists. So yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I think it should just be based on record. I know they're old now, but record sales, some CD sales, probably downloads, definitely. Even Spotify listens. You know, at least that's. Even if somebody's paying for listens, somebody has to listen to it. You know, it's not like you could just pay for a million downloads. Okay, well, anyone could do. I don't know how you fix it, but what we've got at the moment ain't right.
100%. Yeah, okay. Thank you again for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. We really appreciate it if you would hit the like button, because not getting a bunch of likes, guys. Gotta be honest. not feeling the love. But yeah, hit the like button. Like I said last episode, look, for 1 week early, I'm going to make subscriptions for free. You can hit the likes up button for free. I'm not going to charge you. But no, thank you so much for listening. Shorter episode than usual. Trying out a new format. Let us know if you like it. Don't let us know if you don't like it. We'll appreciate that.
That's not how this works. No.
Yeah.
If you have any complaints, direct them to the nearest wall. We'll be happy to pass them on.
Find its way to us, no problem. But yeah, thank you for listening. That's goodbye from me.
Take care all. We'll see you at the next one. Have fun. Cheerio. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. For more epic content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future episodes.